If you are between $80 and $150, I'd recommend you get the Redmi Note 13. I think in a few weeks time, the 14 series, the Redmi Note 14 series, will be coming out, and you'd have to think if you are going to upgrade or not. Let me just say this outrightly: when it comes to phones within the price range of $100 and $150, Redmi gives the best value for money. Or I would say some of these Xiaomi sub brands, they give the best value for money. And I'll tell you why. I would have to prove it. Now, first, this phone, I got it for about $135, and it comes with an OLED screen, a 120 Hz OLED screen. Now, other brands, they will give these at this price point. Other brands are definitely going to give you an LCD display, at best a 90 Hz LCD display. And it's not just the refresh rate. The display is really bright and usably bright under direct sunlight. So I'm not saying this the brightest among the brightest, or the brightness that this $1,000 plus flagship gives you. I'm saying it is usable under the sun. And when I say usable, I'm not saying it is manageable. It is usable under the sun, meaning you can see everything clearly and you can use it the way you want to. And that is just the display. Then the fingerprint reader. So when I watched some reviews where the reviewers were saying that the side-mounted fingerprint sensor is faster than in the Note 12 series, is faster than the under display optical fingerprint in the Note 13 series. But I have to say this: I think I prefer under display fingerprint for two reasons. One, it looks cooler, and I think it looks more a flagship. And then secondly, I think it's more convenient. It's an opinion, although at this price point, side-mounted fingerprint sensors are usually faster than the under-display fingerprint sensors. There's something else that people really they tend to overlook. I'm going to mention it. Well, I'm going to mention it, but I know if I mention it, you might get it might bring some sort of confusion, or people might want to challenge it. And that is this infrared sensor. Call it IRO sensor or IRO blaster. Like, that's what a Xiaomi calls it, the IRO blaster. So I've noticed that other manufacturers, other brands, they do not add these IRO blaster in this price point. They reserve it for their mid-range and flagship devices. Like I said, this is definitely going to be contentious, but so there's a debate about whether we should have IRO blasters and IRO sensors on mobile devices or not. But let me just cite an instance, and I will tell you some practical scenarios where you might need this, and I think it should be part of mobile devices. Now, have you been in a situation where maybe if you are the kind of person that doesn't really have much, so when you go out or when you travel, you look for the cheapest hotel reservations out there. Let's say you manage to get one of these cheap hotels, and then when it's night time, you're about to go to bed, and you just say, okay, let me watch TV before going to bed. And then the TV is on, but there is no remote to change the channels or switch from one channel to another. And you look around and you can't find the remote. Maybe the person that used it before you stole it, or something happened, or there is no very good, the customer care service there is not very, very good. In that situation, you might begin to feel like, I wish I had this on my phone. So I have a friend who worked for one of the biggest banks in my country. So he told me how he manages to control the AC, the air conditioning in their room, to suit himself. So if it's, for instance, too cold, he uses a Redmi Note 7. So this person has an iPhone, take an iPhone 12 or iPhone 11 Pro Max. but he's always with his Redmi Note 7 because when he's in the office and then he feels that the AC is probably not cold enough, the air conditioner is not cold enough, or it's too cold or it's too hot, he's able to use his Redmi Note 7 to just control it to suit himself without others really noticing or knowing what's actually going on. So the only drawback this phone has, and I'm going to talk about it, is the camera. So for in comparison, something like, let me make a comparison with a phone that is somewhat around the same price and it's even older. It came before this Redmi Note 13. I think the Techno Camon 20 or something. If you put this phone together with the Techno Camon 20, I did it and I took some pictures and videos with them. You see that in many conditions, the pictures, the optics from the Techno Camon 20 are actually better than what we have here in the Redmi Note 13. I think it's a bit of disappointment, and this is more like I would call more like a D grade, because I remember the Redmi Note 10, the camera at that point in time, were almost like flagship level cameras. But for some reasons, they decided to downgrade the camera a bit in this Redmi Note 13. But that does not mean it doesn't do the basic way. You can shoot very good pictures, especially when the lighting condition is very, very good. You can shoot good pictures. You can take very good, you can record videos with it, although they are capped to 1080p. And I think if $130, if you are going to spend this amount on a phone, I'm very sure you are going to lower your expectations with respect to what the camera is going to offer. Let's be frank. And not everyone is a fan of very good camera. I personally, I don't really care about mobile phone cameras because I'm not a very good social media person. But yeah, this is what the compromise that you have to make if you are going to get this.